published, 17:33 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of January 2018, updated, 17:46 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of January 2018. Trevor Bayliss will quit as England coach at the end of the 2019 season but insists planning has to start now for the Holy Grail of the next away Ashes, even though he won't be around to complete the job. The aftermath of another heavy defeat in Australia saw England's coach confirm on Tuesday that he will not renew his contract, which runs out after a home summer next year that features both the return Ashes and a World Cup. But Bayliss, 55, wants to begin the process of trying to build a test side good enough to finally compete in Australia, even though he has not been as successful with England in the long form of the game as in white ball cricket. England coach Trevor Bayliss will not renew his contract. When it expires in 18 months, the Australian confirmed he will not extend his contract following England's Ashes debacle. The crushing disappointment of a 4-0 reverse here will see English cricket undergo another bout of soul-searching, even though there are unlikely to be any high-profile casualties among the coaching and playing staff. Yet the Australian, who was brought in by team director Andrew Strauss primarily to improve England's limited overs cricket, says he will walk away in September 2019 whatever happens in that summer. "I told Andrew Strauss 12 months ago I'll be finishing after September 2019, said Bayliss. "I've never been anywhere longer than 4 or 5 years. I think it's time to move on after that, whether you're doing well or not, because you need a new voice, but I want to leave the job having helped England into a position of strength. It's never been about the coach. It's about the team and trying to make them as good as possible for the future." Bayliss' team have been on the end of plenty of criticism following their display down under. Bayliss is still highly regarded within the ECB and in his native Australia, but his admission that he will leave next year does raise issues as to whether England need to again consider separate coaches for red and white ball cricket. The move did not work when England tried it with Andy Flower and Ashley Giles, but there is so much international cricket now that increasingly England are developing separate teams. So why not different head coaches? Bayliss, who has overseen 18 test defeats since taking over in 2015 compared to 15 wins, did not dismiss the idea of focusing solely on England's preparations for next year's 50-over World Cup. His contract runs out after the 2019 summer, which features the return Ashes and a World Cup. "It's a question for Andrew," said Bayliss when asked if England should have separate head coaches. "Personally, I love Test cricket more than white ball. But I think we have more guys suited to white ball cricket than some of the guys we've had in the Test game. We've been looking for those last 2 or 3 Test players to complete our side. Dored Mallon has grabbed one of those places, and it's a case of searching for the guys we need to fill the last couple to compete with the best teams away from the UK, but I'm happy to do all formats. In the end, any coach can help the players and give them as much advice as possible, but it's up to the guys to make a go of it." Bayliss was happy to concede that England were beaten by a better team in Australia. Bayliss denied that his brief of improving white ball cricket had compromised the Test game in preparations for this Ashes. "Certainly not," he said. "There has been a focus on one-day cricket. That's what the ECB wanted with the home World Cup in 2019, but we made a point of saying Test cricket for the English is as big as any World Cup. We can't forget about it, and there was certainly not a lack of preparation coming into this series. From the time I arrived, the away Ashes was the one from a Test point of view we were working towards. If the away Ashes is the holy grail of our Test series, then you're probably better off making changes well in advance and giving guys time to bed themselves into the team rather than waiting another 2 or 3 years and giving them 12 months experience before we come here again. That is one of the many things we are going to be looking at now." The 44-year-old still wants to begin the planning for another away Ashes series in 4 years.